Unless there's going to be a huge coup d'etat, 3.9% of the country is not overthrowing, the vast majority right-holding portion of the country. It'd be a fucking mutiny, bloody mutiny, if that ever can happen. I don't know what it is about Japan that wants to have their name dragged through the mud. Please, go ahead, proceed. But all these bad faith politics, moves that they're making out in the public sphere just make no sense. Like, why are you saying the quiet part out loud? We all know this to be the truth. You don't need to come out and say it. Just do it behind closed doors. I mean, it's just doing you no favors in the public eye of opinion. But maybe they just don't care. Anyways, what's up? It's your boy Centron. Come back at you with another analysis video, and kid you not, that's my real name. Today, looking at this article, Japan kicks off debate on setting cap on number of foreign residents. Yo, it makes sense that we know that you should take care of your nationals instead of the foreign nationals. They should be priority, and they always will be. But this constantly being a constant talking point in the public media, it just continually tarnishes the image of Japan. Maybe, like I said, they don't care. Maybe it's the rise of nationalism again, and they're gonna have to get put down again. And say it like that, people are like, hey, you're being. No, I'm not. I'm saying just what a lot of people feel because, having lived there for a long time, I lived there for 10 plus years, almost 15 years. 15 years. So you have a soft spot for the place, affinity for the place, a love for the place. But it's not a perfect place. It's not a paradise. And the Japanophiles out there be like, hey, don't disrespect my lovely Japan. Weeaboos and all that stuff. Yo, it's like any place. It deserves to be discussed as far as the politics and all of the chicanery and it's warts. Like any place. I'm American. I'll tell you, what's wrong with America in a heartbeat. I'll be the first to admit it because that's how. If you're, a true nationalist, you should be able to acknowledge your flaws. Anyways, let's get into it. Japan's government on August 7th, my birthday, yay! Had to be fucked up news. Officially launched a contentious debate on capping its foreign population as a high-level working group convened for the first time to hash out a future immigration policy. So it's something that they should have been ahead of because the way they're going, immigration is going to become an important part of their dichotomy. Like, if you're not growing as far as or even treading water with the birth rate, you're gonna need an influx of people. And where's that gonna come from? Outside, if it's not coming from the inside, unless you just want the nation to implode. Hey, have at it. It's your country. Do what you will with it. The group, chaired by University of Tokyo professor Hiroshi Ohashi, is tasked with analyzing foreign population projections and assessing their impact on the economy, social security, and local communities. And that's responsible because you don't want, one group coming in, especially one that's not, native to that country, coming in and being like an invasive species, spreading their wild roots, disrupting the cohesiveness of the country, and definitely tanking things economically. But for the most part, I believe that foreigners have a positive impact in Japan, and definitely a boon to the economy, taxes and all, even with miscreants and all, because a lot of those are just tourists. Based on its findings, the government aims to finalize a foundational policy by the end of this fiscal year. Discussion will weigh multiple approaches, including a ratio-based limit on foreigners and the total population and numerical caps for specific residency statuses. All that is, fine. It should be quite simple. On an individual basis, good. Mid, so okay, it could go either way. And bad, chuck out the bad. You dumb fools who allowed Johnny Somali, that miscreant, into the country and gave him free reign. He should be kicked out, on principle, just for doing one disrespect act. How many dozens upon dozens of things did he do before you even brought him to a tribunal? You know, and that's your fault. You're being too kind about it. Throw his ass out, lock his ass up, like created. It's plain and simple. This formal review brings to a head a coalition agreement struck last autumn between the ruling Liberal Democratic Party and Nippon Ishin, Japan Innovation Party. While Ishin had demanded a hard overall cap, the term was softened to the more ambiguous quantitative management in the final pact to avoid what one Ishin executive called a major backlash within the LDP. So they're breaking down, arguing about foreigners. Why are you arguing about us, man? Be on one accord. Hate us, love us, but be on one accord about it. Makes it easier. Minister Kimi Onoda, this lady here in the middle who's a mixed Japanese herself, it's, that pure-blooded bullshit ain't even true. Who oversees the policy has already signaled her support, explicitly referencing the quantitative management clause at a July 24th news conference. One government official confirmed Onoda shares the same view as Ishin, a stance that puts her at odds with some members of her own party. Yeah, she's a diehard. She tries too hard. You can see that, did I do good? Did I do good, father? Just type bullshit she's on. She's a true pick-me. Not the definition y'all be fudging or whatever, but it's dumb. Like, they have this hardline stance on people that you're probably gonna need. People you're still getting, handout for, like globally, like how in internalization of economies and intertwining. If this country here tanked, it would also impact your yen, because the world's economy is linked and synced right about now. So it's I don't know, this is crazy to me. Within the LDP, rigid limits face strong resistance, fueled by pressure from the business community and rural areas grappling with severe labor shortages. So we know, for one, the nursing home community is heavily supported by foreigners, and lo and behold, those people have a much more positive view of foreigners because they're the ones being taken care of, who are literally, have their life in the hands of people from Southeast Asia and other countries, taking care of them where their countrymen are casting them aside and seeing them as just liabilities. The semantic tug-of-war policy language reflects this internal conflict, with one Ishin source warning we should at least establish a policy of quantitative and containment to prevent future reversals. Yeah, protect yourself. We're not even saying that, man. Why is it so hard to separate the wheat from the chaff? That's what's conflicting me. The debate's urgency is underscored by demographic shifts. Japan's population shrank by 470,000 last year to 122.98 million, while its foreign population grew by 420,000 to 3.9 million, or 3.2% of the total, according to Internal Affairs Ministry data. Unless there's going to be a huge coup d'etat, 3.9% of the country is not overthrowing, the vast majority right-holding portion of the country. It'd be a mutiny, bloody mutiny, if that ever can happen. That's why, Islam taking over in Japan, they should never even let it get close, but it's ridiculous. It's laughable to even, try to make that a thing in the media. It's not. It ain't gonna happen. Not even in liberal Japan, as it is now. A 2023 projection by the National Institute of Population and Social Security Research estimated the foreign population in Japan could reach 10%, a level often associated with social friction in Western nations by 2070. But by that time, y'all might be in deep doo-doo because you're not multiplying. You're declining. You're not like baby's kids. You're the opposite. However, former Justice Minister Keisuke Suzuki warned the threshold could be crossed much earlier. One concrete proposal being floated in the government is to extend numerical caps already used for certain skilled worker visas to high population categories such as engineer, specialists in humanities, and international services. However, an immigration services agency official called such a precise limit practically impossible to enforce, citing the need for constant adjustments and the recent freeze on new food service visas after its cap was reached. So they're having problems maintaining these things because oversight. It's so hard to, litigate, oversee each and every individual case. There's going to be ones that slip through the cracks, and you're not going to be onto each and every case. And this is not the only issue that you need purview on. This is one small drop in the bucket. A litany of other things to deal with, and you're cutting your teeth at this one. Like, I don't know. It just seems like small potatoes when you should be worried about reversing the birth rate or your country being cooked within the span of maybe 200 years or so. Where were we? While the government has already been tightening some visa requirements, some believe a natural slowdown will occur as sending countries develop economically. So I'm guessing maybe the surrounding countries like Vietnam is on the rise right now as a growing not industrial power, but moving from the third world country to maybe developing nation or whatever they call it. So it'll be interesting. I want to see countries like that rise because I'm tired of the old country boys ruling the roost. We need some new blood in the game. As the formal debate begins, a potential compromise is already emerging. One government official suggested a middle path based on two pillars: strict regulations and social integration policy, which would be great because Japanese language being the clear deterrent for a lot of people coming in, integrating themselves and staying, but also not just that, cultural reasons and social reasons, and it's really hard to break into Japan as an individual coming in to be even be assimilated, because people are like, one of these things is not like the other. Like, bro, you so stuck on this, you're not hearing this, you're not seeing them efforts, you're not acknowledging them. Like, why should I fucking try? And people should have that sentiment, and rightfully so. Even if we set some kind of number, it should be a guideline. The official said we can control it to ensure the increase does not exceed society's tolerance. And what is society's tolerance? That is a good phrasing, but what exactly is that tolerance? Because depending on the day, depending on the person, depending on the group, depending on the economic situation, that tolerance may be up or down, left or right, intolerant, or more lenient. But anyways, this is a good topic to broach because it's something that it's quite complicated, man. It's not an exact science, and we see that what France and Germany and UK and other countries are dealing with the influx of people coming in and them not regulating it to a certain degree. But of course, I don't think it's gonna happen in Japan, but this is breeding a lot of hate, and we're seeing that. But anyways, we're gonna get up out of here because the fact of the matter is that you're not even watching. But hey, interesting video we talk about. We're gonna be talking about this video on the next one, but you probably won't be here for that. Anyways, sayonara. Can you say it right? Deuces. Like, comment, share, and subscribe Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.